Maybe the reason why you're not getting enough Spotify streams is because you're making one of these mistakes. And make sure to stay till the end because it is the single biggest mistake that could potentially get you banned from Spotify forever. Hey, it's Music by Lucas and welcome back to the Boombox.io YouTube channel. In case you're new to it, Boombox.io is the new home of music collaboration, so go check it out and start collabing with music artists around the world. Also, for the sake of the video, talking about Spotify, who's releasing music on Spotify next? Make sure to comment down below when your next release is coming out. So here they are, the 5 mistakes that will potentially ruin your streams on Spotify and how to avoid them. Number 1, and I see a lot of artists do this, and it's not collabing, and not collabing specifically with artists who are outside of your current fan base. Collabing with other artists, especially ones who already have Spotify monthly listeners, is one of the best ways to boost your streams. But if you're consistently collaborating with artists who are within your genre, you will get to a point where you have started to saturate that market. And that's why you see a lot of the biggest artists collaborating with either vocalists from a different genre, artists from a different genre, maybe they bring in some instrumentalists. They do things to reach outside of their current fan base and bring in new people who may not have heard their music before. You also see this a lot with remixes. People will, for example, remix a track from a different genre and bring those people in by remixing a song that they already like and then introducing them to their style of music. Number 2 is releasing on labels who don't take your music or their Spotify game seriously. A lot of artists are super hyped to sign with a record label and they don't take the proper time to look at that record label's Spotify profile. For example, do they have playlists and do those playlists have followers? Because that is going to be really important in getting you streams when your release comes out. But even more than that, even if they do have Spotify playlists that do have followers, do they put all of their releases on those playlists? Because there are a lot of labels who have big playlists, but they only prioritize the top spots on those playlists for their biggest artists, leaving the new artist releases at the bottom of the playlist and not getting many streams. So if you see a label that is not prioritizing the newer artist tracks on that label on Spotify, this may be a sign that you don't want to sign with that label if getting streams is important to you. Number 3, and this one is an easy one to miss, but it's so important, which is ignoring on-platform tools. So Spotify, just like any other kind of platform, whether it be Instagram or TikTok, they have tools available to you for you to utilize. So for example, they have something where you can feature a release on the front of your profile. Of course, your bio, your profile picture, the basic stuff. You have things like pre-save campaigns you can do. You can submit to playlists when you're doing your, when you're uploading your track and getting it scheduled for release. All of these things are super important and you don't want to miss them because they all help you get more potential to get your tracks on more playlists and to get your fans to be able to see your tracks and to be able to get your tracks more streams. So make sure you figure out what all the on-platform tools are for Spotify and take the time to check all the boxes before you release. Number 4 is not releasing consistently. Releasing consistently is one of the best ways to get more Spotify streams because a lot of Spotify streams come from algorithmic playlists that recommend your music to people who listen to your music often. But the problem is if you're not releasing consistently and they stop listening to your music because maybe they, it's been a long time since you've released, now they're going out listening to other artists, Spotify is more likely going to recommend those other artists to them instead of you. So even if you have a track that does really well, if you're going to wait, a really long time before your next release, you could potentially miss out on keeping those active listeners in your algorithmic playlist. Number 5, paying for plays and Spotify playlist placements. It can be really tempting to want to buy plays or buy your way onto Spotify playlists to be able to make sure that your release looks like it's getting some streams. We all like having our track releases get streams, but the problem is Spotify is aware that people are doing this and they don't want bots overtaking their platform. So because of this, they can even ban you for not only buying the plays yourself, but from being on playlist where all the streams are coming from bots. Now, there are some Spotify promotion tools out there that do a lot of vetting and check on playlists to see if they are legit, and then they charge you like fees to get credits and pitch your tracks to those playlists. And I'm not specifically saying that paying for any type of playlist promotion is going to get you banned, but definitely paying for bot plays that you know are not real on some random website, or for example, having someone, if they message you saying, hey, you can pay this much and I'll put you on my playlist. Like, the only thing is, if you don't know, if you haven't done the vetting and you don't know where those plays are coming from on those playlists, it is potentially possible that they are bots, and that could put you in some trouble. And also, it's just not gonna help you in general, because of the fact that since a lot of Spotify streams are from algorithmic playlists, if those are coming from bots, there's no one listening to you on those algorithmic playlists, and Spotify is going to notice that they're not listening to you on those playlists again when they pitch it to those fake users. And the problem with that is you're never really gonna be able to move up the charts, because Spotify watches if people are listening to you on your future releases when they pitch you out to those past listeners. And if they are, they do prioritize you and push you up to higher playlists, which is what you want, because that's gonna get you more on those Spotify editorials. So the problem is, when you pay for plays, you never give yourself a chance to do that, and it's really gonna push you back a lot and hurt you in the long run. So let me know, do you agree with these Spotify mistakes, and do you have any of your own? Did I miss any? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to see, and it would help out a lot of other producers. Also, someone who comments below every month wins a $500 gift card from boombox.io that you can use for studio gear or software or whatever you need. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you liked it, and let me know in the future what other kind of topics or tips that you would like videos on. Check out boombox.io. You can find me at Music by Lucas on all socials, and I'll see you next time. Bye.